I am determined to see differently. 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 I am determined. I am determined. I am determined to see differently. I am determined. I am determined. I am determined to see differently. Differently. I am determined to see differently. I am determined to see differently.
Lesson 21 in A Course in Miracles. I am determined to see things differently. The idea for today is obviously a continuation and extension of the preceding one. This time, however, specific mind-searching periods are necessary in addition to applying the idea to particular situations as they arise. 5 practice periods are urged, allowing a full minute for each. In the practice periods, begin by repeating the idea to yourself. Then close your eyes and search your mind carefully for situations past, present, or anticipated which arouse anger in you. The anger may take the form of any reaction ranging from mild irritation to rage. The degree of the emotion you experience does not matter. You will become increasingly aware that a slight twinge of annoyance is nothing but a veil drawn over intense fury. Try, therefore, not to let the little thoughts of anger escape you in the practice periods. Remember that you do not really recognize what arouses anger in you, and nothing that you believe in this connection means anything. You will probably be tempted to dwell more on some situations than on others, on the fallacious grounds that they are more obvious. This is not so. It is merely an example of the belief that some forms of attack are more justified than others. As you search your mind for all the forms in which attack thoughts present themselves, hold each one in mind and tell yourself, I am determined to see blank, the name of the person, differently. I am determined to see blank, specify the situation, differently. Try to be as specific as possible. You may, for example, focus your anger on a particular attribute of a particular person, believing that the anger is limited to this aspect. If your perception of the person is suffering from this form of distortion, say, I am determined to see blank, specify the attribute, in blank, name of person, differently. And now for the reflection on Lesson 21. It's obvious that in A Course in Miracles, especially these beginning lessons, that Jesus is guiding us into the knowledge and the understanding that on our own, we have no idea what is really happening. The people who we think are making us upset, the attributes, the things that we see around us that arouse our anger, really have nothing to do with what we're feeling. There's something deeper. And the only way that we can get to that deeper place is by realizing and acknowledging that I am determined to see things differently. I can't see anything differently unless I first realize that I'm not seeing things as they truly are. This is always the beginning step to true knowledge. True knowledge meaning to see things as God sees them, to realize that I am one with everything that I perceive, and that anything that seems to arouse anger within me is really my rejection of that oneness. And as I embrace that oneness, that anger, that irritation, from the tiniest form to the greatest, disappears on its own. I don't need to solve the problems. It's like a labyrinth. It's like a maze. All I need to truly do is to ask for help. I have to ask to be able to see everything differently. And the Holy Spirit is there to do that for us. Jesus is doing that for us here in these beginning lessons. But we have to say that statement. I am determined to see things differently. And if I can do that and truly mean it, then I can surrender and be guided into the truth.